Oh, we going to like be Brian, and we're going to like finish Quest RPG, and we're going to like do stuff, and it's going to be like awesome, and we're going to like get to the final area, and we're going to fight the final enemies, and we're going to like try to get to Mammon, and he's going to like die and stuff, and it's going to be like awesome. But before then, we gotta get the final pieces to the plot and out of space, cause Shannon's there, and she's gonna like give us the Ellen Tell book and tell us the plot up to now, fill in those pieces that I talked about, like telling us that in order to free Mammon, he needs the strength, and that strength can only be attained through Brian, in which we got it, and apparently Zeus and Fargo and Silvering and Nepti were like a test for us. That's why they were given the objects, so they could be king, but really they were just minions to the entire plot, and it's so awesome that, it's crazy. Yeah. And for some reason, Kelliac and Flora are there. I don't know why. I have no explanation for it. They're just eye candy, that's probably the best way to put it. They're also reprimanding Flora is reprimanding Shannon. Kelliac doesn't really care. In all honesty, I would have loved to see this game be more of a traditional RPG in which they're party members, you know, helping us in battle, but I think that would make the game way too easy. Then it's more focused on Brian, because he is more or less the chosen one. He's the only one that can defeat Mammon. I think that's really the best way to put it. Anyway, Shannon did give us the Ellen Tell book, and that's the description of it just 5 seconds ago. Anyways, as I said, we got final enemies here. We got pinheads, and we got judgments, and we got like Spriggans. I think that's how you pronounce it. We also got Pell Riders. Each one's difficult in their own individual ways. I would love to say that each one represents one of the 4 elements, but truth be told, 2 are wind-based. 1 is fire-based. No, wait, I totally messed that up. 1 is wind-based, 1 is fire-based, 2 are earth-based. There is no water representative in the final area, which is BS, viewers. It's BS. Water is like one of the most important elements to be had. It's a very supportive element. Now, I understand why they may have said, screw water, man, we don't need it, but truth be told, they should have added it. It's such an awesome element. And I am appalled and insulted, man. Appalled and insulted. They totally screwed us out of the awesomeness. Anyways, I know, I'm not really explaining it. In fact, if you care, you can watch the video, okay? I pretty much did everything I needed to do. The only downside is, I don't know. I took my sweet time. If you really care, then you know what? Play this game. If you really care, I recommend playing this game. It's not a bad game in any sense. In fact, I kind of enjoy it. I like it a lot in ways than Quest 64, but in other ways, I actually kind of like Quest 64. I've kind of grown to like each one individually for different reasons, and I'll talk about that in the next parts. For the time being, well, we have to make our way so we can get to Mammon, because Mammon is evil. More evil than you can believe. But, we'll get into that later. For now, I'm just gonna digress. I don't even care that there's Pell Riders here. I'm gonna digress like a mofo, because I can. And I know, Hydronix, I'm sorry. Probably letting you down. Probably should explain everything. I know, I'm sorry, man. There's just too much to explain, and if you're really enthusiastic, I recommend playing it. And you did, and you're the master, I admit this. I have no doubt that you are more knowledgeable than myself. In many cases, you actually explained a lot of things that helped me out in this game, and this Let's Play would not be as good as it was without your help. So you've contributed plenty. But other than that, I'm going to digress, because we're just following a simple linear path. There's a couple branching pathways, but they're just false advertisements, because following them doesn't lead to anything good, just a dead end. Yeah. So, you know what? I do have something to talk about. Amazingly, I've been working on my cooking. To be more precise, I've been learning how to make a damn fine omelet. Because you see, Omelet making is such a serious skill. And you're like, what are you talking about? Omelets are like the easiest thing to make. No, viewers. They're easy in the sense that anyone can make them, but it takes skill to make an omelet worth eating. See, I've made an omelet. My first omelet was an omelet, in the sense that it was eggs, cheese, and steak. Now, you can add pretty much whatever you want to your average omelet, but I recommend that you take the time to pay attention to what you're adding and how much you're adding. Because, you see, say you put too much cheese, that upsets the balance in the ratio. It becomes unedible, and you're like, what are you talking about, man? You can never have enough cheese. Oh, yes, you can, viewers. You can have more than enough cheese. That totally upsets it, makes the texture wrong. And let me tell you this. Cheese in a frying pan, it sticks and burns. It does not lead to anything good. So I've been working on my omelet making skills, because my first one was a complete flop. Even the dog in the area would not eat it. My folks have a dog, tried to pass it off to him, would not eat it. Was totally disgusted by it, and just kind of left. I was sad. It kind of an insult, you know, for various reasons. Other than that, I vowed one day I would practice making an omelet so it would become not only edible by that dog, but by myself, so it would be damn good. And I finally perfected it! Finally! I made a damn good omelet. And to be more precise, I made a ham, green onion, cherry tomato omelet. I don't know really what you call that. Maybe it's a frittata. Oh well. Anyways, this is kind of the final little piece of plot that you really get before the final boss. Basically, these doors lead to the the Grand Master himself. We also have the Spirit Stone, which is the equivalent of an inn. Basically, you rest up and heal yourself. This is awesome, but now we must go alone. We're on our own. And it's serious business. Now, if you're going to save, I recommend using a different file than the one you may have been using. Because there is no turning back. If you want to grind, this is basically where you're set at. There is no turning back. There is no going to another area. We must only press on forward. Just like time. And just like my skill trying to make an omelet. Which actually turned out pretty good. I made it the other day. It was delicious. Actually, you know when you made something so good it doesn't even feel like it was made by your hands but a professional? That's what it felt like. I could not believe I made something that decent. Anyways, if we press onward, we pretty much access the final cutscene, so I'm just going to end it up here, and yeah, later guys.